Welcome and welcome to this beginner yoga class. Here, we'll get started here shortly. If you're just joining in, feel free to say hi in the chat. I'll do the same and then we'll get started. Welcome, Ehab. So for today's class, we'll start seated on the mat. We'll start with some kind of settling the body, kind of transitioning to doing yoga today. And then we'll begin with the gentle seated warm-up movements, and we'll do the more active part of the class. So today we're going to be focusing more on like a low lunge series. So it'll be maybe a little bit mellower than last week's class. And then at the end we'll slow it down a little bit more and finish with about a 10 to 15 minute guided meditation. So if there's anything you think you'll need to make yourself comfortable, maybe a pillow for your head, or if you have a blanket, if it's chilly where you are, you can get that ready. Uh, and as always, adjust anything that we do today to suit your needs. So let's hop on back to the mat and we'll begin. So find a comfortable seat. Begin by making yourself comfortable. You can allow your hips to settle wherever you're practicing today. So take a moment to notice the ground underneath you. So really take this time to notice those points of contact with the floor. Maybe you feel how your feet touch the mat, or feeling those parts of your leg that are resting on the ground. And see if you can allow your hips to settle a little bit more. Maybe feeling yourself heavier on the mat, feeling more of your body supported by the ground underneath you. And as you do that, let's check in with our bodies and see how we're doing today. You can begin to notice maybe there's places that feel a little bit tighter today. Maybe your shoulders feel tight or your calves. So just take a moment and notice. And then shift your attention to places that feel easier or softer. Maybe your thighs feel soft today. Maybe it's your elbow or your cheeks. So just noticing those parts of your body that feel easier, maybe lighter or more open. And then go back to noticing those places that might feel a little bit tighter or heavier even. And then gently shift back to noticing those places that feel easier and softer or lighter even. And now let's see if you can kind of hold both at the same time. So noticing a place that feels tighter. Maybe it's your hand or your wrist. And then notice a place that feels easier and lighter. Maybe it's a foot or a toe. And see if you can hold both in your attention at the same time. You might find you have to kind of diffuse your attention or broaden it so you can include both in your experience. And then set that aside. Maybe take a look around where you're practicing today, noticing some colors or shapes. And you can begin to gently move your body, just getting ready for some yoga today. So let's go over our movement directions for today. I'm going to refer to this side as the door side. We have this side as the plant side. Then we have towards the screen, then towards the back wall, and then up towards the ceiling and down towards the floor. So to start, let's bring our attentions to our shoulders. We talked about them in our little settling exercise. So you can begin by bringing your shoulders up to your ears and then gently lowering them back down. If you like, you can do little circles. So you inhale, you can bring your shoulders up and exhale lower. So inhale up and exhale lower. Let's reverse the direction. Inhale up and exhale lower. One more. Inhale up and exhale lower. I can shake out those arms. Let's extend the arms up towards the ceiling and back down. So relax your arms by your side. See if you can relax your legs as well. And as you inhale, begin to reach those arms up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, lowering the arms back down. Two more times. Inhale, reach those arms up and exhale, lowering the arms back down. One more time. Inhale, reach those arms up and exhale, lowering the arms back down. Give those arms a little shake. Let's turn our bodies to one side and the other side next. So let's start by the door side. So as you're ready, begin by facing forward. Inhale. And as you exhale, rotating the torso towards the door. Soften the shoulders, softening the back of the neck and the head. Now let's move over to the plant side. Inhale, face forward. Exhale, rotating towards the plant. Soften the shoulders, soften the hips and the legs. Even soften the face. Soften those cheeks, the jaw, the mouth. Let's go back over to the door side. Inhale, face forward, and exhale, rotate towards the door. Softening the shoulders, soften the arms. Now we're going to do a little movement here on this side. We're going to incorporate the breath. So as you inhale, allow the chest to rotate forward. And then as you exhale, rotate back towards the door. Soften those shoulders, the back of the neck and the head. Let's do this two or three more times. We'll see. So inhale, allow the chest to face forward. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, rotate. One more. Inhale, chest forward. And exhale, rotate. See here if you can use your hands, you can press against the floor or your leg to maybe rotate the torso a little bit more. There's no need to rotate the head if you don't want to. You can kind of keep that chin neutral if you'd like. And then come to face forward, shake out those shoulders, shake out those arms. We'll do the same movement on the plant side. So we'll begin by facing forward, inhale, and as you exhale, begin to rotate towards the plant. Softening the shoulders, soften those arms, and even softening the back of the neck and the head. Now, as you inhale, allow the chest to face forward, and then exhale, rotate back towards the plant. Again, you can use your hands to help you here. You can slide that hand over your thigh, kind of press the palm of your hand, or I think you called the base of your hand on your thigh. So let's do three in a row. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, rotate. Last time. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, rotate. Maybe press a little bit more through the hands. Keep relaxing and softening the back of the neck and the head. Soften that jaw, those cheeks. And then come to face forward. Shake out those arms. We'll do one more seated little warm up movement and we'll get a little bit more active. So this one's more for the upper back and the neck and the head. So you can begin by extending those arms to the side, maybe even back if you like. Inhale, and then as you exhale, bring those hands forward. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see better. So here, see if you can reach forward with the hands a little bit more. And then at the same time, begin to press your back, almost curving the spine. And then allow your neck and your head to be nice and heavy. Think of the top of your head being heavy. Inhale, open up those arms. Exhale, bring those arms forward. Now reach forward with the hands. Press the back. Soften the head and the neck. If your hands get tired, you can just grab onto the elbows and just lowering the head or the chin towards the ground. We'll do one more. Inhale, open up the arms. Exhale, bring those arms forward. Reach forward with the hands. Press your back and soften the back of the head and the neck. You can even turn the head or the chin from shoulder to shoulder. And warming up the head. Again, if your arms get tired, you can just bend the elbows, grab onto the forearms of the elbows, and then come to sit. Maybe shake out anything else that you like. We're going to shift to all fours next. So place your hands on the mat and placing your lower legs on the ground as well. And you can begin by extending a leg behind you. You can give it a little shake. Maybe the other side. You can even open up the hips to the sides, kind of stretch out along the side as well as you do this. So just go back and forth a few times. Warming up the body, the legs. And then bring your attention to your hands. We're going to warm up through the front of the body. And you can begin to shift your weight from hand to hand. So kind of leaning on one side or the other. As you do this, you can also start to lift the heel of the hand up, kind of flexing through the fingers, warming up through those hands. You can even lean to one side and pick up the hand and place the back of the hand on the mat. You can even roll a little bit through your fingers here. Other side, if you like. We'll do some spine and back movements next. So go back to all fours, place your hands on the ground, and as you're ready, begin to look forward towards the plant. Inhale, and then as you exhale, press those hands onto the mat and press your back up towards the ceiling. Now soften your head and the neck. Inhale, come to look forward, facing the plant. Exhale, press through the hands, push that back up. Relax the neck and the head. One more. Inhale, come to look forward towards the plant. Exhale, press those hands, press the back up, softening the head and the neck. Again, if you like to tilt the head or the chin from one shoulder to the other, you can. And then you can come to sit. We're going to get off our hands. You can massage your forearms or just rub your hands together. Maybe even massage through the wrists. Just give your hands a little love. Shake out those shoulders. And so now we're going to come back to all fours and we're going to move into a low lunge. So we're going to stretch out the legs. So let's go back to all fours. And let's start by bringing the left foot forward between the hands. So bringing the left foot towards the plant. And then walk that right foot back towards the door. So we're in this low lunge position. And just pause here. Maybe shift your weight back and forth a little bit side to side. Kind of warming up through the hip area, even the hip flexors, the legs. Keep that upper body soft and heavy. And then as you're ready, just come back to neutral. Let's see if we can bring the chest up a little bit. So looking towards the plant. Soften the upper back and the shoulders. And then bring that attention to the front foot. We're going to press through the front foot to shift the hips back towards the door. So inhale, look towards the plant. Then as you exhale, press through the front foot and extend the hips back towards the door, lengthening that front leg. And here you can soften that upper body. We're going to go back and forth a few times. Begin to bend that front knee, shifting the hips forward towards the plant. Lift the chest up. Inhale. Then as you exhale, press through that front foot. Shift the hips back towards the door, softening that upper body. Inhale, come back forward, looking towards the plant. Exhale, press through that front foot. Shift the hips back. We'll do 2 more. Inhale, shift the hips forward, torso up. Exhale, press through the front foot, extending the hips back. Last time. Inhale, come forward, torso up. Exhale, press through that front foot, extend the hips back. And now we'll settle here. We're going to stretch that hamstring, that leg. So soften that upper body, soften those shoulders. Now bring the attention to your front foot here. Begin to flex the toes up towards the ceiling and then point them back down. So just do this a few times, flexing and pointing through the toes. It's okay if your body weight shifts back and forth. There's no real perfect or scientist way to do this. And if you like, you can even add a circle to the foot. And you can give it a little shake. Now use your hands to see if you can soften the upper body. Maybe get a little bit deeper into that stretch. Soften the back of the shoulders, softening the back of the neck and the head. You can maybe even turn the chin side to side. Now we're going to incorporate a little bit of active stretching. So to do this, you can bring your attention to the front heel. You can begin to press that heel onto the mat. If it helps, you can flex the foot, see what works for you. So begin to press that heel onto the mat. You can feel that engagement throughout your leg. Soften the back of the head and the neck as you do this. We'll count for 3, 2, 1, and then soften. Maybe stretch a little bit more. If it gets to be too much, you can sit up and take a little break. We'll switch sides here shortly. So we can bend that front knee, bring it back. You can tuck the toes if you like. We're going to sit up for a moment. Give your body a little break. Look around the space you're in. You don't want to get dizzy. And if you like, you can shake out your shoulders, your arms. Do the same movement on the right side. So let's come back to all fours. Place your hands and lower legs on the mat. Now bring your right foot forward between your hands. And you can walk that right foot forward towards the plant and then walk that back foot back towards the door. Finding that low lunge. Again, if you like to shift your weight from side to side, warming up through the hips, the inner thighs of the hip flexors. Take your time so you can keep your upper body soft and softening through the back of the neck and the head. And then as you're ready, we're going to come to the lunge. You can use your hands here to help you lift that torso up. So we're looking towards the plant. And now bring your attention to the front foot. Begin to press the foot onto the floor. And pressing through the toes. Inhale. And then as you exhale, press through the front foot, extend the hips back towards the door, softening the upper body, the back of the shoulders, the head and the neck. Now let's go back and forth. I think we did 5 times last time. So bend that front knee, come forward, looking towards the plant. Inhale, exhale, press through that front foot, extend the hips back towards the door. Bend that front knee, come forward towards the plant. Inhale, exhale, press through the front foot, extending the hips back. Inhale, bend the front knee, come forward, looking towards the plant. Exhale, press through that front foot, extending the hips back towards the door. One more. Inhale, shift the hips forward, torso up. Exhale, press through the front foot, extend the hips back. We'll stay here and stretch this hamstring next. So see if you can soften that upper back. You're softening the head and the neck. Now bring your attention to that front foot. Begin to point those toes towards the ceiling and then point them back towards the floor. So you can go back and forth a few times. It's okay if your body weight shifts back and forth. You can add a circle to that movement if you like, kind of circling through the ankle and the foot. And then begin to stretch the hamstring. Or you can give that leg a little shake too. Softening that upper body. Softening through the back of the shoulders, the head and the neck. Now we're going to bring in that active stretching. So bring your attention to that front heel. Press that front heel onto the floor. Maybe feel that engagement throughout the leg. So keep pressing through that front heel. Keep pressing. We'll count this for 3, 2, 1. And then soften. Maybe stretch a little bit more. Softening that upper body. Soften the arms, the feet, the legs. And as you're ready, you can bend the front knee, bring it back. We'll sit up, take a little break. Again, you can bring the torso up. Look around where you're practicing today. Now for this next one, we'll come back to the lunges and we'll kind of add on to it. So we kind of building a little practice together. So let's go back to all fours. Again, stretch out anything else you need here. And then we're going to bring that left foot forward between the hands. So we're going to come back to that lunge. And then you can walk that back foot towards the door. And then as you're ready, lift the torso up facing the plant. Keep that attention on the front foot. We're going to do that same movement as we did before. Inhale, looking forward towards the plant. Exhale, press through that front foot. Extend the hips back towards the door. Inhale, bend that front knee. Shift the hips forward. Look at the plant. Exhale, press through the front foot. Extend the hips back. One more. Inhale, come forward. Look towards the plant. Exhale, press through the front foot. Shift the hips back. Now we're going to come back towards the lunge. So bend the front knee, returning to that lunge. Now this is the part we're adding on. So tuck those back toes onto the mat. We're going to lift the back knee off the ground. So if you need to, adjust your hands. And then as you're ready, lift the back knee off the mat. You can keep your gaze towards the floor. Adjust your stance as you need to here. Now we're going to bend that back knee towards the mat and lift it back up. So as you inhale, bend the back knee towards the ground. Exhale, lift. Inhale, bend the back knee. Exhale, lift. One more. Inhale, bend the back knee. Exhale, lift. You have the option here to stay lifted here, or you can bring that back knee onto the ground if it's too much. Now we're going to do a twist towards the back wall. So keep the right hand on the floor, bring the other one onto your thigh, and begin to turn the body so you're facing the back wall. Again, you can always place that back knee on the ground if you'd like. If you want, you can extend that top arm towards the ceiling. Keep pressing through the feet here. You got it. Keep breathing. Check in with your breath. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale. As you exhale, bring both hands to the floor. If you haven't already, place that back knee onto the ground. Relax the foot. We'll come to lizard pose next. So walk the left foot towards the back wall, maybe even off the mat. And you can stay like this with your hands on the ground, or you can lower down towards the forearms. You can relax that upper body. And if you like, you can even shift your weight a little bit, maybe getting more into the hip flexors or the inner thigh. Softening the head and the neck. And as you're ready, bring both hands onto the mat. We're going to come back to all fours. So you can bend that back knee. Maybe tuck the toes. We'll sit up for a moment. We're going to do some of those back movements first before we do the other side. So we're going to come back to all fours. You can relax the toes if you like, or place them on the mat. And as you inhale, begin to look forward towards the plant. Exhale, press your back up towards the ceiling. Inhale, look forward towards the plant. Exhale, press your back up towards the ceiling. One more. Inhale, look forward towards the plant. Exhale, press your back up towards the ceiling. And then relax to all fours. Now for the other side. We're going to place that right foot forward between the hands. Walk the back foot back towards the door. And find your lunge. And as you're ready, bring the torso up, looking towards the plant. Soften those shoulders. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, press through the front foot. Extend the hips back towards the door. Inhale, bend the front knee. Shift the hips forward towards the plant. Exhale, press through the front foot. Extend the hips back. One more. Bend the front knee. Inhale, come forward. Chest up. Exhale, press through the front foot. Extend the hips back towards the door. And inhale, bend the front knee. Come forward, back to the lunge. Now we can tuck those back toes. We're going to lift the back knee off the mat. So as you're ready, lift the back knee. Again, readjust as you need to. Now we're going to bend the back knee towards the floor and back up. So inhale, bend the back knee. Exhale, lift. Inhale, bend the back knee. Exhale, lift. One more. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lift. Now the option here is to keep that back knee off the mat, or you can lower it towards the ground. So your choice. Now bring that left hand onto the floor. Bring the right hand onto your thigh. You can even press the right hand onto your thigh. Begin to turn the torso towards the screen. Now you can stay like this. You can extend the top arm towards the ceiling. Your choice. Keep pressing those feet onto the floor, so keeping those hips lifted. Soften through the back of the neck and the head. Let's check in with your breath and the breathing. Keeping that breath nice and easy. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Bring both hands onto the mat. Lower that back knee onto the ground. Relax the back foot. Now it's for the lizard pose. to walk the right foot towards the screen, maybe even off the mat. And you can begin to maybe even lower down towards the forearm or both, or stay with your hands on the mat. And just take a moment to begin to find a way to enjoy this pose. Maybe stretching the inner thighs or the hip flexors, softening the upper body, softening the back of the shoulders, the back of the neck, and the head. Keeping that breath nice and easy. As you're ready, place both hands on the mat. We're going to move that back leg and give your legs a little shake here. Let's do a little upper back stretch on child pose. So bring your knees wide, maybe as wide as the mat. You can bring those back toes to touch and begin to shift the hips back onto your heels or even up towards the ceiling. You can extend, or actually, let's just bend the elbows and rest your head on your hands. You can shift your hips back and forth. And then as you're ready now, we'll extend both arms towards the plant. So walk those hands towards the plant and then relax your forehead onto the floor. Keep your gaze onto the mat, or you can even have your gaze more towards your feet. Maybe walk those hands forward a little bit more towards the plant. And then soften that upper body, softening between the shoulders, softening around the shoulder blades, even softening along the back of the neck. So imagine that neck nice and long. Keeping your gaze towards the floor, the feet. And now bring your attention to your hands and your forearms. Begin to press your hands and your forearms onto the mat and begin to lift that upper back. Keep that gaze towards the ground or even back towards your toes. Keep pressing with the hands and the forearms. Inhale. And then as you exhale, lower that forehead onto the mat, relaxing the upper body, the hands and the arms. We'll do that 2 more times. Bring your attention to your hands and your forearms. Begin to press those forearms and hands onto the mat, lifting the upper back towards the ceiling. Keep the back of the neck nice and long. Keep your gaze towards your feet or toes even. Inhale and exhale, lower. 1 more. Press through the hands, the forearms. Lift that upper back off the mat. Keeping your gaze towards the floor. Maybe tilting the chin slightly so you're gazing towards your feet and your toes. Keep pressing through the hands and the forearms. Inhale. And then exhale, softening. If you want to bend the elbows here, just take a little break. Just enjoy your body resting on the mat. Let's extend. Actually, let's all rest on the floor. You can extend the hands forward, but rest your bellies on the mat. Extend the legs behind you. And you can bend the elbows. Maybe soften your head onto your hands. And take a moment to shake off those hips, loosening the lower back. And just take a moment to lay on the mat, feeling the length of your body resting on the floor, softening between the shoulders, softening the upper back, all the way to your lower back and your hips. Feeling your belly resting on the mat, softening the hands, the arms, softening through the legs, the ankles, the feet. Allowing your body to get heavier on the mat, softening your face,
the forehead, the eyes, the cheeks, all the way to your chin. Keeping your breath nice and easy. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now we're going to turn and lay on our backs. So you can extend the bottom arm and then roll yourself over so that you're facing or you're looking up towards the ceiling. And take a moment to settle your back onto the mat. Let's bend the knees. You can bring them in towards your chest. Maybe give yourself a nice big hug. You can rock side to side. And then as you're ready, you're going to extend the feet up towards the ceiling. You can either rest your hands onto your thighs, so you even helping support your legs, or you can just relax your arms wherever you wish. So your choice. And let's bring the attention to the feet. You can begin by flexing the toes towards the ground and then extending those toes up towards the ceiling. So just go back and forth a few times. And as you do that, make sure you're softening the shoulders, the neck, and the head. And now to add on to this, you can add circles as you flex and point the toes. Maybe reverse the direction, or even do little semicircles where you're having your feet face each other in a way. I'm just playing with the feet. Maybe give the legs a little shake. And then bring your attention to your hips and your lower back. And see if you can soften the hips and the lower back so you're making a little bit more contact with the floor. You may notice the lower belly softening as well. Or maybe you notice your rib cage, the area around your collarbones. And begin to soften the whole torso on the floor, allowing that breath to flow nice and easy. Easy inhale, easy exhale. Inhale, exhale. And now bend both knees into the chest. You give yourself another big hug. We're going to transition into our guided meditation. But before we do, if there's any last stretches or movements you like to do, just take a moment to do that. Maybe stretch the arms over your head. Just move the legs around. There's, some people like to do happy baby. So any movements that you like to do, or you can just gently stretch the legs a little bit more. And then as you're ready, begin to find a comfortable position where you can rest for the next 10 minutes or so. You can always keep your knees bent so they're facing the ceiling, or you can extend the legs all the way down to the ground. Same thing with the arms. You can rest them on your belly or all the way onto the floor. And wherever you are, see if you can allow your body to rest a little bit more on the ground. Noticing those points of contact with the floor underneath you. Maybe noticing those spots in the back of your legs and that are making contact with the floor. Those parts of your hips or your back, parts of your arms, your head. And as you notice that contact with the ground, see if you can allow yourself to get heavier on the ground through those points of contact with the floor underneath you. Notice how you're supported by the floor, allowing your body to rest and get heavier on the ground. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Next, we will do a body scan. Place your attention on the different parts of the body as you hear them named. Notice and listen, and nothing more. The practice begins on the right side. Place your attention on your right hand, right wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, right upper chest, right waist, right upper leg, right knee, lower leg, ankle, heel, arch of the foot, the whole foot. Now the left side. Place your attention on your left hand, left wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, left upper chest, left waist, left upper leg, left knee, lower leg, ankle, heel, arch of the foot, the whole foot. Now alternating sides, right foot, left foot, right heel, left heel, right lower leg, left lower leg, right knee, left knee, right upper leg, left upper leg, right pelvis, left pelvis, right lower back, left lower back, right upper back, left upper back, right side of the back, left side of the back, the whole back. back of the neck, top of the head, right ear, left ear, right cheek, left cheek, right jaw, left jaw, right temple, left temple, right eye, left eye, forehead, nose, chin, right side of the face, left side of the face, right side of the head, left side of the head, the whole head, front of the neck, right collarbone, left collarbone, right rib cage, left rib cage, right waist, left waist, sternum, abdomen, pelvis, whole right side of the torso, whole left side of the torso, the whole torso, whole right leg, whole left leg, both legs, whole right arm, whole left arm, both arms, whole right side of the body, whole left side of the body, the whole body. Continue noticing yourself resting, supported by the ground underneath you. Noticing your body getting heavier and softer with each breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And throughout those ups and downs of life, those good times and more challenging times, remember, you are enough. You are enough. You are enough. Allow these words to settle deep inside of you. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. If you like, you can repeat them to yourself 3 times. As you're ready, Begin to welcome yourself in the space you're in. Welcoming sounds, colors, feeling the air and how it grazes your skin. If you like, you can invite some gentle movement to your body, wiggling toes or fingers. If you like, you can reach your arms over your head and stretch out long, taking your time. Give all the time that you need. If you like, you can bend your knees and roll on one side, allowing your body to remain heavy on the floor, resting, supported by the ground underneath you. And whenever you're ready, you can use your hands and press yourself up to sitting. I'm going to scoot a little bit closer so I can say hi to you in the chat. So I want to thank you for sharing your time with all of us here today. Keep up the good work. Keep doing these practices. You can start building those tools for when you need them the most. So I want to thank you, Ehab, and you out there listening. I hope you have a wonderful week. The class is posted on the YouTube channel on the website, so you can do it again. And if not, I'll see you next week, next Sunday, 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Thank you, Ehab. Uh, So be safe, stay well, and see if you can laugh and smile a little. It does the body good. So I'll see you next time. Take care.